LDBC, this is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Boxing and MMA Show Live. Okay, folks, I was asked by Ishmael to give my thoughts on the Joe Mixon situation, okay? So I'm going to give my breakdown of the whole thing, and that's just the way that is. So I've seen the video, watched it several times, watched it on several different channels, was looking at a lot of different comments to see what people are saying about it, and I've kind of got my own opinion about this whole thing, okay? All right, first of all, I don't know. I'm not a big, huge fan of men beating up women. I'm not, man. I'm just not. And, if I told you that, I would have to tell you the whole story on video about, just growing up, as a child. But I'm not a huge, big fan of men beating up women. I'm just not. And yes, women, sometimes they push that narrative. I know they do. Like, I tell y'all, I was in the gym and I was helping, I was helping an MMA fighter. I was helping her prepare for a fight. And I was just giving her a little bit of boxing training or some sparring because some of the other guys that come to the gym, they couldn't come. And so I was helping her. And I kept telling this woman, I said, listen, we're not going all out, okay? I'm not trying to hurt you. You're not trying to hurt me. We're just trying to get some work in so you can get good looks. And she continued to start throwing kicks and stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute. We're doing boxing sparring. I said, I don't throw kicks. And she kept like looking at me and nodding, yeah. But then she kept going in, and just doing like crazy stuff. And so finally, I popped her with a jab. It wasn't a lethal jab or nothing that could have really hurt her. It bagged up. And, she kind of had to sit down for a little bit, That's what happened. And she looked like, playing victim. Well, here go the thing, I don't think Joe Mixon should have punched this girl. I don't think that she was really of a dangerous threat to him, And I can understand if she had a weapon, if she had something of that nature. Yeah, you know what? You do what you got to do. And I'm pretty much, well, Coach, you stiff jab that girl. Yeah, but see, her whole body is a lethal weapon. You guys got to understand that. Women can mess you up just as bad as a man can. Men sometimes let their guard down when it comes to a female. They completely let their guard down and they think, oh, well, she's just a girl. Man, look, I know some women that'll come out there and completely mess you up if you're not, on your P's and Q's. That's just how it is, okay? That's just the way that is. So, you gotta really think, okay? I don't think he should have hit her, man. I think he should have tried to restrain her. And I think he should have did exactly what she's doing to him. He should have pressed charges. See, too many men, they don't want to press charges. They just don't. They, think for whatever reason the police won't take their story seriously. And it is some cases like that. But that's where you go get a good lawyer. See, I believe sometimes, though, when you do things legally, when you do it legally, and you turn the tables on them, you might not get justice that you're looking for. But you're bringing awareness to the situation that this girl, is putting her hands on you. And see, then you embarrass her instead of embarrassing, or getting, like really just ostracized by the media and people. Because people, you look at that video, you think it's all Joe Mixon's fault. It's not. I mean, she reached up, she slapped him, she pushed him and slapped him, And I just think that's enough to really make any man, go off. It's not enough for me, though. See, I'm not going to hit her, man. I'm just not a huge, big fan of hitting women. A slap in the face, yeah, I done got a couple of those before. But it wasn't because, it wasn't because she was wanting to fight me. It was because, I was just being an asshole, and that's fine, But at the end of the day, I ain't going to reach up and put my hand on her, okay? That's just how it is, But I think she was out of line. And then I also heard reports, too, that she spit on him. Now, if a female spit on you, okay, I'm sorry. I don't think as many men that's going to hold back. They just not. They going to clock her. Folks, that's just the way that is. That's just how that is, okay? It's not too many men that's going to hold back, okay? I'm still one of the ones, I'm just not a big fan of hitting women, man. I'm just not. And Joe Mixon, he was oversized, man. I mean, really and truly, he could have did more damage to her if he wanted to. He hit her one time and he got out of Dodge, he left. And I think that moment of frustration hit him because you can look at Joe Mixon, he really didn't want to do it. He didn't want to do it. He was trying everything he could to hold back, And for a young guy, man, it's difficult, man. These young boys, man, they're chivalry dead. They not trying to hit it. You spit on them, you kick them or punch them. These young dudes, these 20-something-year-olds, they going to your ass. Folks, that's just the way that is. I mean, if you put your hand on somebody, what do you expect? What you expect? I teach my daughter, don't be out here trying to think you can beat up no dudes. Now, if he put his hands on you, yeah, you go ahead and give him them hands. But I'm saying, for the most part, if you're upset and angry and you want to put your hand on them, see, you looking for trouble. These dudes, they not playing with these girls. They ain't playing. And they're not playing that, I'm going to just hold back because you're a woman. I'm going to set back because you're a woman. They ain't going to do that. They're going to knock the living piss out of you if you're a woman. That's just the way that is. But this girl was wrong on all levels, man. Joe Mixon was wrong. I mean, but let's talk. This girl, she slapped him, pushed him, and I heard she spit on him. Now, if that's the case, she got part of what was coming to her. I'm saying, if you spit on a dude, you push him and you slap him, you can't not expect him to retaliate somehow. Me, I still wouldn't have hit her. I probably would have, I would have called the police because she was drunk. I would have had her spend a night in jail. And then too, I heard the little gay dude that was with her, he was making these racial comments. Well, okay. Now let's fast forward. Now, if you're making racial comments, and for some reason, why is it that, it's people making a lot of comments. And there's been a flux of bad racial comments by people ever since Trump got elected. Folks, I'm trying to tell y'all this. See, it was already bad on YouTube. It was the racial component of YouTube was already bad. But it's done got worse. Folks, that's just the way it's done got worse. But now, man, people are bold. And they'll just call you whatever they want to call you right while you standing there. Then think it's just the norm. And it looked like Joe Mixon kind of was looking at the dude because he said something. And the dude, like he was mouthing off, and, I guess the dude would laugh and thought it was funny. And Joe Mixon didn't find it funny, so I think Joe said something back that pissed her off. And then she just went off and started, fussing and screaming and cussing at him and attacking him. I don't know, but I don't think Joe Mixon should have hit that girl like that. He shouldn't have hit her. He should have done what she did. Report her ass, Report and get an attorney. Get a good attorney, because that's what they do. They do that to us. Get an attorney. You guys tell me what you think. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.